Hi guys, today we are going to be building a 60 litre, and this is what I'm going to be using. As you can see, it's a very, there's my finger to show you, it's a very fine grain JBL, and originally I was going to use this, but it's not uniform, so I'm going to use this coupled with some shrimp powder, very small. I mean, look, there's another small thing, so we're going to have that and that. This is a very sandy type feel to it. This is dirt basically. Okay, oh, you get that where it freak it. All this stuff has come from Pro Shrimp today. All purchased. None of this is, you know, I don't run a sponsored channel. I don't want to run a sponsored channel. I want to be honest and tell you exactly what I feel about stuff, and this is the way to do it. I did get some spider wood. Not sure if we use that. I don't know about that yet, but we'll see about that. So I'm going to put this in. This is going to be the bottom part, but I'm going to mix it with that, so it's going to be part and parcel. So what I'll do is I'll get that into a bucket, and then I'm going to mix it all up, and then we'll go from there. So just be patient for me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just open the bag up. Now this is going to be quite messy, so best to vacuum afterwards rather than before, you know what I mean? There we go. It's going to be very dusty. I'm not worried about that. He says as he chokes to death. Right, that's a beautiful, look at that. It's almost has the texture of lava rock. You know how lava rock feels, you know, you get the dust off the lava rock. Yeah, I like that. Now, as you can see, there's lots of dust, but I'm going to let the tank. What do you think? What do you think, guys? Yeah? Alright, I'm going to let the tank deal with the dust, especially the way I put it in. I'm going to get the other one. This is shrimp powder. It's actually meant for that. So let's get this out. You have to excuse me about the volume of this. There you go. Now, oh, that's nice. That's got a good, as you can see, that's kind of a, let me bring that up to the camera. There you go. That's the good stuff. Now this was really cheap, this stuff, and I'm going to mix it up. Now, you will get, when you do anything like this, what happens is you tend to get a change in the, like if I vibrate this now, you'll get mostly the black stuff come to the top, purely because it's a lighter material, and obviously some of this is going to float, but that's okay. The way we're going to do this is fine. I probably should have put the black in first just to mix it up. Now, as you can see now, it's got kind of, now that's got everything any kind of plant's ever going to need. It's a little bit gritty. That's fine, that's great. Now, don't be afraid to mix stuff. I'm probably not going to use all of this anyway, but don't be afraid to mix this up, get your hands in there, because sometimes you can have just one thing and it doesn't do it. Now most of these type of prepared minerals and substrates do tend to mess with your pH and water chemistry a little bit. So the JBL one says that it sort of nominalizes it, which is between 7 and 7.2, and the other one, which is let me have a look, The aqua shrimp is basically one that sort of breaks it down a bit. So it's all like 6.8 to 7. So I'm looking at a 7 from this, which is okay. You know what I mean? I would use probably an RO water to bring it down if I wanted to. But that's what you got. So we're going to stick this in the tank. And we're going to see how that looks. Let's get that nice, good. There you go. So we'll get it in the tank, see how we go. Okay, the first thing I want to do is get a layer in there, just to get an idea of how it's going to look. And if you're going to put anything else in there, you can do that later on. I want to get about a 2 to 3 inch on there. As you can see, it's got quite a unique kind of. I like the texture of this anyway, and it's got kind of a unique colour to it. Yeah, I like that. It's got some white bits in here, which is a bit annoying, but kind of understandable. You're going to get white bits, aren't you? You're going to get different bits to the way you want it. So what you want to do is just get a thin layer in there first, okay? Now the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to be putting a Nubius in there. The Nubius, if you keep it moist, it can survive no problem. So I want to get about an inch in there to start with, okay? Some people like to slurp it down, some people like to slope it like that. So we get it sort of sloped back like that, okay? Now you know that that's going to be sloping back, okay? So you get an idea. It's not complicated, this. But don't forget, you can change it. As long as you ain't got water in there, you can change it. And even if you have got water in there, you can change anything you want, okay? Now, remember, you're going to have to keep mixing this, because you're going to have different types. You know, it's not perfectly mixed, it's not perfectly done, so, but that's fine. There we go. So that's going to do for a minute. It's going to be quite light, yeah, and that's alright, that's fine. So as you can see from that, you're going to get a picture. I'm going to move the camera about in a minute. I'll take some shots inside and outside every step of the way, but at the moment I just want to keep it like that, because this is quite a boring thing. This is literally individual. This is all down to you, whatever you want in there. I prefer to get a deep bed, but that's just my, I think that is kind of where I'm going for. Now remember, if you're putting plants in here, you want a deeper bed. A deeper bed's good for, you know, I mean, it's nature, isn't it? So get as deep as you want. A lot of people say you can do shallow. They're probably right, but it's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do, okay? I want it to have a deep feel to it, a warm kind of, yeah, that's okay. And you'll see, you know, as you go along, you'll get an idea. Now remember, the filter's going to probably go into that sort of there, so we're going to go with a deep, there we go. So now if I can lift this up, maybe so you can see sort of where we're going with it. That's what I want, okay? The Nubius is going to go into this corner here. We'll probably, if I can, oh, let's get that out of the way. Let me just bring that up a bit. Okay, I'm going to probably put the Anubius on the wood here, so it's going to stand about that high, which is kind of where I want the lighting. I may put some branches up the back, so let's have a look at the branches we got here. I've just put some branches in. The spider wood kind of gives a natural state. Remember, this is going to go a little bit harder, so you know, kind of put the bit of wood in like that, and Now let's try it this way round. See what I mean? It's like a natural kind of feel to it. Don't really want it touching the glass too much, but you get the idea of what I want. So it's going to go kind of hickledy-pickledy like that, yeah. So you can do things like that. You know, you don't have to have. I might even put these in afterwards. I may take them out. I'm probably going to take them out now. So that's going to give me that idea. So the next thing I want to do is get the filter in. That'll tell me exactly how much room I got. So remember, don't plug anything in yet. So bear with me. Alright, here's the filter. I've given it a little gap under here, which I might even put the wood under there actually. I think if we put the wood under there, it can kind of make a safe haven. I'll get the Anubius out in a minute. Again, it's kind of like whatever you want, mate, you know. That's what I think anyway. The heater's in there, as you know, so that's kind of cool. So what I'll do now is I'm going to put a little bit more in and just bring it away from the edges slightly. There you go. And this originally was going to be for a betta fish, or a beta, whatever you want to call it, but I'm not sure at the moment. Now let's try and make this so the Anubius is going in here. So I'm going to bring this away, because remember it's already on wood, and then we'll get it out and we'll put it in and you guys tell me what you think. Oh, there you go, she's in, and as you can see it's going to look quite cool. You've even got a little bud on this, some new growth, which I think is quite nice. I mean, that to me looks cool. You've got to be careful when you're putting spider wood in, purely because the spider wood may look slightly out of place. You don't want it to affect this. I believe that's in the right place. You know, the spider wood's going to go in last. I'm not going to do anything with that at the moment. I'm going to get some water in here. Remember, when you get this stuff wet, it does tend to stick to you, so bear that in mind. But that's looking good, I like that. I'm not sure about the spider wood, but we'll see. I think it's looking quite good. It's got a feature in there at the moment. Okay, so let's get some water in there. I'm going to test the light, make sure the light works as well. So let's have a look at that. Okay, as you can see, I put some Mapani wood in there and some spider wood. And if I can, let's get a new camera. I don't know what you guys think of that. I like that. It's like a modern. This is care of my Mrs. Tracy, and that has been legitimised by my son, so we're going to see how that goes. I'm going to get some water in there and then we're going to see, because I'm going to light it all up. So bear with me. Let me take this off of here for a minute. There we go. Right, what do you think, guys? There you go. I'm kind of like that. I do think that's quite cool. So let's have a look. I'm going to get some water in there. I'm not going to bore you with the water, and then we'll have another little video, okay? Hope you like. Wow. Well, as you know, I never hide anything, and this gravel, I mean, it's got plenty of flow, that, you know what I mean? It really has got a lot of flow. Yeah. But we're going to have to see what it's like tomorrow, because that is floating too much. I'm quite impressed with this filter though, I've got to be honest. That is at the moment on this, which is firing out of here and here, which is kind of giving it a filtering motion. But I'm not sure how that's going to affect the gravel, because you can see it moving a bit around. I had to take the sticks out because obviously they all floated, don't they? This is very lightweight until it gets sodden. So this, watch that, you watch the way that water works. It means there isn't any real dead spots, which is quite good. So let's see how that works. The light isn't too bad. It's a bit dull, but these are low light plants that I've got in there anyway. If I turn this, as you can see, that's just that. So I prefer that. I think that's quite cool. I might get a net in there. Let's see how this settles first. It seems to be sticking here, which is strange. Yeah, they're coming out of them jets. Okay, so I'll get the glass on. We're going to leave that a few hours, see how we get on. There's a lot of flow in there, a hell of a lot. So let's just see how we go. Guys, thanks for watching. I'm going to do an update obviously on this because I want to see, you probably want to see how this works. You will get this on some anyway. Some materials do have this. I haven't sunk the light down yet either, so that's going to penetrate a bit more. I will take this out. I want to see how, if this settles first, because some do that, you know. So the Fluval stratum doesn't, and I think the A&A stuff doesn't, but that's weird how that's pulling in like that. Okay, alright guys, thanks for watching and we'll speak soon. Well, all in all, I'm not overly impressed. I'm going to see what this is like in about an hour's time. At the moment it looks like a snow globe, so I'm going to see how that goes. I mean, I can swap it out, it's no big deal, but I wanted to see how that looked first. I like the colour, but we'll see, because I can't have that. I don't know if you can see that, look at it. It's terrible, isn't it? Filters, I'm quite impressed with the filter, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be blocked up in minutes, especially with that. And you can see from that really how the flow is, so that's quite good as well. Alright guys, we'll see how it goes in a couple of hours, and we'll see what happens. So wait for part 2.